Yeah. Way up.
Oh, yeah, it's a Friday. My favorite day is way up. Jordy Jor is here.
It's Jordy Jor.
Mano's here.
No, Mano.
You're slow on the draw right there.
Yeah, he was definitely slow.
Yeah.
He wanted to talk about, I need a minute, the song's playing. But meanwhile, he's over here, bored up. Took him forever to press that dot. Well, Navy's here.
Wow.
And I'm here. I'm glad I made it. Boy, let me tell you something.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. I was actually in Atlanta for a day, and there was a tornado yesterday. There was terrible thunderstorms, and the power went out. And I actually flew out there just to film something. I'll talk about it in about last night. Right when we were about to start camera rolling, all the power went out. And we were off the grid, and I was like, please don't make me have to come back again to film. But fortunately, everything
Power went back on.
Yeah, it took about maybe like 45 minutes.
Okay.
I'm excited though. Jordy Jor has been here all week. Today is her last day as
I feel like she'll be back though at one point.
She definitely
at some
will.
point.
It's up
Part
to
of the
her.
family now.
It's up to her.
We need a family photo.
And Uncle Waffles is going to be joining us today. And you're a DJ too, Jordy Jor, so you got to make sure you ask her your DJ questions. But let's get the show started with some love and positivity. 800-292-5150. Let's shine a light. It's way up.
I'ma shine. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, it's way up on a Friday. Jordan's here.
It's Jordy Jor.
Mano's here.
Yeah.
And
That's
let's
right.
shine a light today on this Friday. Do y'all know CPR?
Yes.
I do.
Okay, good. Well, these students, 16 and 17 years old at Oak Park High School, saved their teacher's life with CPR. And, fortunately, they were able to know how to do that. Now, Alfred Catola teaches physical education, and while playing a basketball game where students faced off against teachers for the win, he started to feel winded before going into cardiac arrest. So that's when two girls, Israel Dubose and Corey Coleman, ran to his aid to administer. They had only learned CPR a few months prior, but immediately knew what needed to be did. Isn't that dope?
That's dope. Sometimes I just practice CPR with like.
Okay, that's not CPR.
Lord. That's called something else.
We actually did a CPR lessons at my juice bar at the Nerve Spot in Brooklyn.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, they did some. So shout out to Dawn for setting that up. And yeah, that's a dope skill to be able to have. Mano, I don't believe that you know CPR.
I learned CPR as a child.
Okay, so
And it stuck with you?
Absolutely.
What about you, Jordy J? How'd you learn it?
I think when I was a cocktail waitress, they
I
taught
know
us
the
how to do it,
Heimlich
just in
maneuver and
case
everything.
of,
You did a Heimlich?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that too. You get that training when you're like a waitress.
Okay, well, we have the students speaking on what happened.
Medically, I was gone.
I just knew I had to do something. I began compressions. The AED was brought. I was like, if you get tired, let me take over compressions. My baby brother has seizures, so I always wanted to learn CPR.
Oh, that is so sweet. Well, shout out to Izzy and Corey again at Oak Park High School. And who do you guys want to spread some love to and shine a light on? 800-292-5150. Camma, who you want to shine a light on?
I like to shine a light on my mom.
Oh, okay.
Happy Mother's Day.
Mother's Day is this weekend.
Yeah. I mean, she's been holding me down. When I'm in trouble, she always got my back. So I want to say it out loud on the radio.
Shout out to Mommy. Happy Mother's Day. What are you guys doing this weekend?
I think I'm going to take her out to a spa, for a massage, get her nails done and everything.
That sounds amazing. Well, thank you for calling.
Yeah, I'm from South Africa, in Johannesburg.
Oh, I've been to Joburg once. I need to come back. I need to spend some time there, like at least a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for calling. I had a time in Johannesburg.
Really? Never been.
All right, well, that was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150. I wish every day everybody wasn't beefing. But when we come back, we have your Yeetie, and it's all about Shaq versus Shannon Sharp. It's way up.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip.
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that yee tea.
Talk to him.
I see some more diss records coming. It's Yeetie time. Mano's here. Jordan Emmanuel is here.
It's Jordy Jor.
Hello. All right, and for some reason now, well, not for some reason, but Shannon Sharp and Shaq have been having a little back and forth. Now, it all started when Shaquille O'Neal was on TNT talking to Jokic about winning his third MVP, and here's what he said.
I want to congratulate you, but I want you to hear from me first. I thought the SGA should have been the MVP. That's no disrespect to you, but congratulations.
Is that an awkward thing to say to somebody?
I congratulate you,
But you shouldn't have got that.
Anytime
It's giving
a but.
Kanye and Taylor Swift.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me finish.
Backhanded smack.
Well, Shannon Sharp then went and said that he thinks that maybe Shaq is a little bit envious. Here's what he said.
Shaq see these guys winning these MVPs and a little envious. I understand that Shaq got 4 titles, but Shaq know deep down. For GOAT, Shaq name is never brought up in the discussion.
Well, Shaq then took to social media and responded. Now, is that a fair thing for Shannon Sharp to say, by the way?
Is it accurate
fair?
thing?
I don't think nothing's fair.
Here's what I think, right? If Shaq said something about somebody and then Shannon Sharp gave his opinion,
Right.
everybody's giving their opinion.
Right. That's the culture now.
Yeah. So Shaq said, got to be top 10 in your profession before you speak on someone in their profession. And then he said, you took me sticking up for Shy as jealousy of Joker. Shows how smart you are and how you say anything to get clicks. Then he goes on to just unload on him. He said, I know you're trying to stay relevant by gossiping on your podcast. We don't believe you. You need more people. And in case you forgot, 4 rings, 3 finals, MVP top 50 and top 75. Google me. And to be quite frank, all this new success you got, you still under me. You don't know my work ethic, but according to, I work less than you, but I'm worth more than you. Make it make sense. Then he brought Skip Bayless into it. I mean, that's a little ugly. It got very personal.
Yeah, so Shannon Sharp just jumped in it, didn't mind his business, and he commented
on something that was said publicly, and that's
so
what.
that's where we at now.
Yeah.
People
So
have an
now
opinion on everything.
Shannon Sharp did respond to Shaq's message.
I've never professed that I was as great as Shaq. Am I a top 100 player? No. Am I the equivalent as a football player as Shaq was as a basketball player? No.
All right, so that's some honesty. Yeah, accountability. You know? Now, another person that put Shaq in the hot seat was Tootsie. Tootsie. I don't know why I can't say his name right.
Yeah, just
Tootsie
two.
2 times.
Yeah.
Tootsie 2 times. So he said that Shaq DM'd his baby mom, his girl, Samaria, and said, let me have that baby, talking about my son. And then he called him a weird-ass old head. But he did end up, and he posted, the DM, so he could prove that. Can I have that baby, is what the exact quote was.
Let me have that baby.
But look, Tootsie, though, he was talking about
The baby.
Yeah, the baby. Here is what he said, because he did talk to Shaq and clear things up.
So apparently, I guess what he was saying was he wanted my girl. If I would have read it like that, I never would have posted it, because it's gonna DM your girl. But you don't got no business trying to my girl. Fam like 7 foot. My girl like 5'2". You not finna my girl and be spinning her on your finger like a fidget spinner. But I thought you were talking about something about my son.
Tootsie got brought into that Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef too.
Yeah. Everybody's on high energy right now.
Yeah. Well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have About Last Night. That's where we talk about what we did last night. Mine is all about traveling and planes. And let's play planes in honor of that. Jeremiah and J. Cole is way up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
All right, it's way up. I'm Angela Yee. My girl Jordan Emmanuel is here.
It's Jordy Jor.
Mano's here.
Good morning.
About last night. So I dashed off to Atlanta for a day. And when I tell you the weather was crazy, there was a tornado watch. The winds were crazy. I'm filming for something. We were supposed to film outside. We had to cancel it because the winds were like 40 miles an hour. It was crazy. And then the power went out while we were filming. And so it was a long day, but shout out to the whole crew and the whole team. I don't think I'm allowed to talk about it yet, but pretty soon, I'll just say this. I'm narrating a docuseries. And
nice.
so I've been working on that, and it has to do with hip hop.
I want you to narrate my life story.
Okay, I do it all the time.
I would love to hear that.
Do you?
I would love to. I'd be like, when Mano was young, we always knew he'd be a problem. What were your guys' days like yesterday?
I was with Kenya, my best friend.
Your best friend Kenya?
Kenya.
Oh, Kenya up here.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Making moves.
All right, that's good. I saw, no, you were up here nice and early today before me. I like that for you.
I like that.
Mano's an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
He's a businessman.
Absolutely.
All right, and what about you, Jordy Jor?
I was a child of God last night. I stayed in and watched Severance.
Oh.
I hadn't seen it before.
Okay, how was it?
It's very good, but it's stressing me out a little bit because I'm like, we're one step away from that with AI at this point. So I'm like, do I have an innie? I don't know.
What's the
All
name
right,
of
I
it?
gotta watch it.
Severance. It's
Where's
really
that at?
good. It's on Apple.
It's on Apple?
All right, I gotta watch that. On the plane coming back. And by the way, so when I was going to Atlanta at LaGuardia, somebody got arrested while I was in the airport. It was wild. This woman was like screaming, and it took a long time for them to arrest her. But everybody was being nosy.
It
And
took a long time to find her.
no, she was there screaming, but it took a long time for them to, like, this was going on for like 30 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
I know. I was like, is something going to happen?
At least an escalator wasn't involved with this one.
No, there was no escalator involved, and Jim Jones wasn't there. And then what's crazy is on the way back, I was going to come back this morning, but I knew there was a risk that I wouldn't make it to work because of traffic on time. And so I came back last night because all the flights were delayed. So I was able to catch a flight since everything was delayed when we finished filming. And while I was in the airport, they shut the airport down for temporarily. I don't know what happened, but when I tell you this was a trip of like, what is going on? But I made it.
Oof.
Yeah, it's a blessing. And then I watched on the plane The Beekeeper. Remember, I was saying I didn't know what the movie was about, and so I started watching it because it kept popping up on the screen every time I've been traveling. It was good though. I like a violent movie sometimes.
Oh, it's violent?
Very.
Extremely.
I thought it was a peaceful little like beekeeping movie.
No.
It was not. Exactly.
Super
That's what
violent.
I thought. And even when you see the picture.
Anytime you should see Jason Statham,
You
just
know.
know that it's anything to do with everything to do with violence.
Hundreds of people are getting killed.
Definitely.
On screen. All right. Well, that was about last night. And when we come back, we have Tell Us a Secret. And I could listen to y'all conversations while we're off the air and know there's a lot of secrets that y'all both have about different things. I love it.
But you do know I know a lot of yours, though.
Okay. That's fine.
All right. So we got stuff on
All
each
right,
other.
well, we want to know yours. 800-292-5150. Join the circle. Tell us your secret. 800-292-5150. It's no judgment. You are anonymous. Mano, stand down. All right?
Okay.
It's no judgment. 800-292-5150.
This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
Hey, guys, what's up? It's Friday. Jordan's here.
It's Jordy Jor.
Mano's here.
Yeah.
And this is a room full of secrets, and we want to hear yours. 800-292-5150. Anonymous caller, tell us a secret.
All right, so one time I was out with my friends, and we are all in the hotel, and she had told a joke. And, you know, when people say they're going to pee on themselves, it's like something you say, but no, I wet myself up in front of everybody. It was so embarrassing.
And everybody noticed?
Yes, everybody knows. Like, bro. I was like, oh, my God.
She should be a comedian, whoever made you laugh that
Right.
hard. Is that the only time that's ever happened to
So
you?
embarrassing. Yes, that's the only time. I swear.
Well, at least you didn't shart. That would have been worse.
Yeah,
That
I
would
guess.
have been really bad.
But listen, y'all know sometimes when you going home and you trying to put the key in the door and you got to pee,
Yes.
Nah.
and that's the worst.
I
way
do
to-
know.
And
I
a
do
little,
know.
and a little bit of pee come out?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm
Nah.
the worst.
Yes.
Nah, I
Mano's
don't know
lying
that.
because he knew too much.
Nah, I'm just asking you.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's nothing to be ashamed of. What did you do after that? Go upstairs and change? Or
No, he kept
Yes, I
partying.
definitely did.
one time I was in Miami and one of my homegirls, she peed all over herself while we were out. And she was like,
And she kept going.
when I'm drunk, sometimes I pee myself.
Yeah. I've been there.
Yeah, see?
Did you
I've
keep
had-
partying?
I've had those moments. No, I was sleeping over at my friend's house. This is when I was in college.
You wet the bed?
And I wet her bed with her in it. With her in it.
No.
Yeah,
See,
that was
it
bad.
happened.
secret.
Listen,
So I
I
can
definitely
relate.
had a guy
That's
with
right.
the bed before.
While he was in it with you?
Yeah,
Okay,
he was
that's
drunk. He was
embarrassing.
really
Oh,
drunk.
That's bad.
man.
And I was like, why is
crazy.
the bed wet? And he was like, I don't know. And then I said, did you pee the bed? And he said, that is not my character.
Yo, he might as well
was
hang
still
up
drunk.
because these stories is better.
He was still drunk.
You might as well hang up, my guy.
Yeah, so don't feel
Yeah,
like
you're
that.
not alone.
These stories is better.
I'm not alone, man. I'm not alone.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, anonymous caller, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You want to tell me, Mano, and Jordy Joy's secret on this Friday?
Yes. Okay, so I have 5 kids and 3 baby daddies, and one of them is in prison, and he's basically like my favorite baby daddy.
Okay.
But I'm in a relationship and living with my youngest dad, and my baby daddy's about to come home this year, and I don't know how to tell my other baby daddy he gotta go.
Sticky
So she
situation.
needed advice.
Yeah. I will say this, though. Your baby daddy who's in jail, he knows you have a kid with somebody else.
He's been locked up for like 3 years, so he was like, I did the mistake, so I don't want you to stop your life because I made a mistake. So when we made an agreement that I do what I want to do, basically, while he's in jail.
And you sure did.
But you got to tell him before he come home that you living with the other baby daddy.
He knows I'm living with him.
So she want to break up with the latest baby daddy to get back with her
Honesty is
favorite.
the best policy.
Also, so when he come home, give him 2 more babies and let him outdo that other one.
No.
now I can't have no more babies because I got my tube side.
Yeah, she got 5.
And he's mad about that.
You think your current guy already knows that you're still in love with your ex? Because he probably has some idea.
Well, I have his name tattooed on me like 3 times, and I don't have his name on me.
Yeah, he
so
knows.
he's always like, you love him more than me. But he got my name across his face. Both of them do.
Damn.
Girl, I need some advice.
Man.
I need some tips.
You need some of that power.
If it's that good, I might send you a DM tonight. That's crazy.
Well, thank you for sharing with us. It's no judgment here.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that was Tell Us a Secret, 800-292-5150 in case you couldn't get through. We still want to hear from you. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie and Tyrese. His ex-wife is now suing him for defamation. All right. Let's see if you think that she has a leg to stand on. It's way up.
Oh, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yeetie. Come and get the tea.
It's way up Yeetie time on a Friday. I got my girl Jordan Emmanuel here.
It's Jordy Jor.
Yes. Mano's here.
New Mano.
Yep.
All right. Well, there's a lot of drama going on right now. Gary Owen was on the Club Shay Shay podcast. Now, he said he did give his ex-wife Kenya a heads up that it was happening, even though she hoped that he wouldn't do it. And she didn't like some of the things that he had to say. First, we'll tell you what he said, and then we'll tell you her response. Now, did y'all know that he just recently welcomed twins?
No.
I didn't know that either, but here's what he said.
There's a report that you just recently welcomed twins.
Damn, you know everything.
Yeah,
I
congratulations.
did. And one's white, one's black.
Nah, baby, stop.
Swear to God, one's got blue eyes. Cause you can tell by the nipples and the One's got blue eyes, got these pink nipples. The other one, brown eyes, brown nipples. That's dang, I have twins and one's black and one's white.
All right. In addition to that, his children that he has with his ex, Kenya, he's really not able to be active in their lives, according to him. He tries, but here's what he said.
What's your relationship with your kids right now?
I don't have one. It's been three and a half years.
How hard is that for you?
It's a nightmare. It's like they're my greatest accomplishments and my greatest failure at the same time. But to see how it's just crashed and burned since the divorce, and this is all since the divorce.
Yeah, so, he explained what's been going on and talked about how he's been there for them in their lives. Now, his ex, Kenya, upon hearing this, said, "My growth is not feeling the need to address mistruths anymore. The grace and kindness I have shown you is a space to tell lies and false narratives for sympathy and attention without correcting. You are a great storyteller. Sometimes I get caught up in your versions." She said, "It's been 3 years. I'm always kind and cool. I purposely never make it awkward. I never bother you. I've given you my suggestions on the situation, but you don't respect their boundaries, which is why you discuss this again on social media." I don't know what's really going on.
I just feel like family business should stay off of socials.
Not nowadays.
Yeah.
I just feel like it makes it so much more messy and just...
Messy is the name of the game now.
And I think it's hard, especially when the kids are involved, because they have to see that, and that's got to be really
and
traumatic.
their friends, everybody. It's a lot.
All right, well, another family situation. Tyrese, his ex-wife is suing him for defamation, and he did post paperwork of this legal filing, and she's now... decided that she wants to sue him. Their daughter, Shayla, is 16 years old now.
That's crazy.
I didn't even realize she was, grown like that. But he said, "I've got nothing to lose but my mind and my reputation. And neither one of these are no longer up for grabs. I get it. We are living in the Time's Up and Me Too era. And as soon as a man goes public about the abuse and trauma inflicted on him by a woman, we are shamed into silence. I'm past that. Be yourself in my comments. STFU, man up. Stop putting your personal ish out there on the timeline. Be more private. Did you tell my ex to be more private in 2017 when her accusations rocked my life, my career, my marriage, and every opportunity imaginable?" So now she's suing him for defamation. Sheesh.
It's a lot.
This co-parenting thing feels like it's hard. Mano, thank God for you. Yeah, that you haven't had these issues.
Yeah, man, I kept my issues in private.
Now, G Herbo is saying that fans should stop asking him for photos while he's with his family, and he tells a crazy story about somebody coming up to him in the airport.
I appreciate all the love I get from everybody, but it's just something that bothers me, man. You see me out with my family, especially my kids. Don't ask me for no pictures, man.
Right. He said he was holding his son in one arm. Somebody came up to him, while he's pulling a bag in the other hand, holding the baby, wanting to get a picture. That's disrespectful.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
You gotta relax. I get getting excited, and you don't get to see this person every day, but
just give him yo, love your stuff. Keep it moving.
You gotta understand, people don't have the opportunity and they don't have the mindset to think about those things. I would take pictures with whoever because I just know and understand that the whole name of the game was we was trying to get people to know us.
Yeah, but if you have a little baby in your arms,
I've been there.
And
I've been there. I've been there every time. Down? Yeah, I do whatever.
Whose baby was it?
It was somebody. You know me, man. I love the kids, man.
Whose baby were you holding? All right, well that is your UT. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. Imagine somebody is living inside of a sign at the supermarket. I've never heard of such a thing, but we have that in Under the Radar. When we come back, it's way up.
Check the news. I got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
Housing is a major issue here in the United States. I'm Angela Yee, and I got my girl Jordan Emmanuel here.
It's Jordy Jor.
Mano's here.
Mano.
And a woman in Michigan, they're calling her the rooftop ninja. She spent the last year living inside the signage of a grocery store. Contractors were hired to work on the roof at the Family Fair supermarket in Midland, Michigan, and they found an extension cord that was leading to the secret living space. And they found a living area with a mini desk, flooring, a pantry of food. What I love is that she had a coffee machine. Absolutely. Shout out to Coffee Uplifts people. And she was living basically in the sign on the top of the store.
I think about this often when I go to grocery stores or department stores. I think about what I would where I would live in there.
Right. Mm-hmm. You do?
I do.
That's
I've never thought about the sign,
though.
About. You haven't seen that movie with Natalie Portman?
What movie was it?
I don't remember, but she was she got stuck in the Walmart.
I did not see that.
And stayed there overnight, and she was pregnant.
No, we don't know that one.
But that's probably fun. In Walmart, you be eating everything.
Where the heart is.
Where the heart is.
Yes.
Being stuck in Walmart is not a bad thing.
Now, living in a sign is different.
Yeah, that's different.
But she got to do that for about a year. All right, and speaking of which, 1 in 24 New York City residents is a millionaire. That's more than any other city, by the way. So they said nearly 350,000 are 1 in 24 residents. And according to a new ranking, it's also home to 744 centimillionaires. That's people that's worth at least $100 million and 60 billionaires.
Welcome to the big city.
You got to have it.
Club.
Right? You got to have money to really be comfortable in New York. And there's a nonprofit group here that is planning to give students in Harlem $10,000 each to invest. The Harlem Children's Zone is an anti-poverty organization, and they're raising $300 million. It's an initiative called Wealth Builds that's going to launch in Upper Manhattan and expand to 10 other cities like Atlanta, Minneapolis. They've already raised enough money to provide the funds to more than 2,200 kids, which is the entire student body at 2 charter schools called Promise Academy. And a lot of these kids don't even know it yet. But imagine you get that little head start of $10,000. You get to invest that and then watch that money grow. All right. Well, that is your Under the Radar. You know, we got the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. Plus, we have Uncle Waffles joining us and her new single, Wadibusa, right? Wadibusa. She'll be talking about that. That single is out right now. And you're going to join us, right, Jordy Jordan?
Yes.
You're a DJ, too. Uncle Waffles is an amazing DJ. I saw her in Philly at the Roots Picnic. You're going to love this. It's Way Up.
Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee,
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
All right, it's Way Up. I'm Angela Yee, and of course, Jordan Emmanuel is here.
It's Jordy Jor.
Of course, and Mano's here.
New Mano.
Well, let's get into this Yee T. More disses are coming, okay? Well, The Game has put out a song, and it is called Freeway's Revenge. He's dissing Rick Ross. And he had a lot of things to say about him. Here is, he talks about his weight. He talks about him needing Ozempic. He talks about allegations of drugging from the You Ain't Even Know It song. But here's what he had to say.
I just bought a $100 yacht and it was captivating. Congratulations, what an imagination. From CO to drug kingpin, now this against acting Haitian.
And there's a whole other beat that happens here. It's interesting because I would think The Game would be rocking with Kendrick because this whole beef started with Rick Ross versus
But he's
Drake.
cool with both of them.
I know. That's why it's a little...
I think he felt like Ross was inserting himself into that. So he felt like...
Let me insert myself?
Let me insert myself in that. I'm curious to see how this is going to play out because Ross is either going to respond directly or maybe not go directly and throw a couple of shots here and there whenever.
Well, there's a lot of dirt to dig up. All
Yeah.
right. And speaking of inserting yourself, Freddie Gibbs, apparently he has another baby on the way. What?
Inserted himself.
Now, this woman, Jasmine Granaway, said, "Why are y'all acting so confused? I said Freddie Gibbs put his hands on me, which left scars and bruises. Then I found out I was pregnant and he won't help me get the abortion because he knows the risk due to my medical history of having cervical ovarian tumors and a laparotomy." And she said, stop being dumb. She posted the pictures of these bruises that she alleges are from Freddie Gibbs. And she also posted the pregnancy test. And, not sure what's going on here, but Freddie Gibbs definitely said the devil is a lie. He is 6'9" God. That's what he said. So
Yeah, 6'9" God.
Well, he just said the devil's a lie. Somebody else said he's a 6'9" God. But people are saying that Freddie Gibbs is a menace. He's now trending because of this. And we don't know the full situation. But a lot of people are also like, sheesh, it's Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah, the timing is...
I mean, nobody's taking a day off.
All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, it is a New Music Friday. And, did Future's mixtape come out yet? I was listening on the way to work to see.
I was looking for
Ice Spice dropped.
Ice Spice.
She dropped her.
What she dropped? An album?
Her "Give Me the Light" song.
All right, Gunna has a new album out, but we'll talk about all of that. It's way up.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
All you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jordan Emmanuel is here.
It's Jordy Jor.
Mano's here.
No, Mano.
And it's time for Ask Yee. 800-292-5150. And we have somebody on the line right now. What's good?
What's good? What's good?
What's good? Now, what is your question for the... And did you want to stay anonymous?
Yes.
Okay, what's your question for us?
If you're in love with a person, how do you express it instead of being corny and, sounding weird and stuff? How can you express it to a person to let them know that, you really dig it?
Is this somebody you're dating or just a friend?
I would say just a friend.
Like, do y'all mess around? Is she interested in you?
Well, saw this person maybe a couple times, met this person at work, but never really had the chance to communicate or talk, to this person.
So why don't you just tell her how you feel?
Well, they've never even dated. Maybe you need to start with that.
No, just say I like you.
The intimidation. I just know that when I went to try to respond to the person, I had every type of sign or every type of person, even family members, throwing me off left and right.
I just think sometimes putting too many people in your business is going to cause issues. And I think you also need to see before you start telling somebody you love them, at least spend some time with them, go and see if they're interested in you so that you don't make them it's crazy.
Feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I think a little date would be nice. Even a little coffee, some tea, something chill.
Grab
light.
something to eat.
Grab a little bite. Yeah.
Right. Does she speak to you when she sees you?
It gave me more than enough signs that she acknowledged me.
Acknowledgement.
But never really communicated.
You just scared, man. That's all it is.
It was always blockages.
Are you really in love with somebody you've never even been out with?
It's kind of crazy, I know, but it's I already know that person. I already had dreams before I even met that person.
Okay. So you think it's a fate?
Saw that person already in my dreams.
I can relate to that. I've been there. I fell in love with people I never knew.
Okay, so I just want to say you need to at least, like Jordan and I were saying, is
start on a date.
Yeah, or you don't even have to call it a date. So is she married or in a relationship or what's going on?
That's the void right there. That's what I don't know.
Even if you just ask her like, yo, let's grab something to eat. I heard about this new restaurant, or ask her what's her favorite food, and then, be like, let's go out to eat at this restaurant. That's a good way to find out everything you need to know.
Without doing
that ain't
too
gonna work
much.
if he talking the way he talking right now.
Women love confidence, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was just saying this.
Well, I'm going to say one thing. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, and that's the only advice that we can give you. Mm-hmm. If you don't take that shot, you never know what could happen.
Most definitely. Well, next time I see that person, I'm going to definitely step out regardless. And I'm pretty sure that person knows my voice and know who I am.
Okay.
She's listening.
Yeah, you know she listens. All right. Well, thanks for calling. Good luck.
All
right. Well, that was Ask Ye, 800-292-5150. In case you couldn't get through, you can always leave a message and we'll help you out. And when we come back, Uncle Waffles is going to be joining us from South Africa. But she has really, really blown up. She's a DJ, and so is Jordy Jor. So we're going to talk to her. It's Way Up.
Yeah. Let's go.
Turn me up. Here we go again.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee and my guest co-host for the week, Jordan. And this is your last day guest hosting for the week. But Jordan Emmanuel is here. And we have Uncle Waffles here.
Ooh, hey.
It's everything when it comes to you because it's you DJ, but it's not just that. You're so interactive. And that's not something that we normally see. So let's dig into Uncle Waffles and how we got to where we are today. Because in reading your story, you really started DJing during COVID.
Yes, I did. I started learning in 2021 and then took out my first poster the same year.
Wow.
Yeah.
The first time you DJ, what was that like, your first gig?
I did absolutely horrible, but I told myself it's okay. So my practice was with a 15-year-old So when I started playing for clubs, this had so many things that were different. Like
I don't know what that is because you keep saying what is
the deck?
Oh, the deck.
Yes.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute. A 50-year-old. I was like, no, don't do that. Okay,
the deck.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Yes. So when I started playing in the club, I was very confused. It was a horrible hour, but my friends came out to support me, They were like, it was pretty good.
As long as they was getting hyped to it, looked like you was doing a good job.
Yes, as long as people are dancing, you're fine.
Right. You just need those head nods and you're like, I've gotten through it.
What was your first DJing gig like, Jordan, since we're asking?
Mine was also a hot mess. I was doing All-Star Weekend in 2020 and it was Dave East and Sweetie and my flight was 4 hours delayed, so I was late for my set. Ooh. I could barely even get up there, couldn't connect the equipment right. It was a hot mess.
Yeah.
But we got through it.
Uncle Waffles is here joining us today, straight from South Africa. Now, when did you realize, let me go out in this audience and get hype with everybody and that's going to be a thing?
So I did it for the first time at a private party that some kids were throwing because I've always been able to dance. I've always been that kid that opens the circles, So I just did it a bit and I was like, okay, people like it. And then that was my first video to semi-go viral. So I started stepping out here and there, interacting with people a little if they liked it, but not all crowds. So yeah, I just started a bit by bit and then with the viral video, I told myself that this is my chance to stand out.
Now, both of you are women DJs. So I want to ask you guys, do you feel like there's extra things that you have to prove? Because I know for myself doing what I do as a woman, I feel like I always have to come extra more prepared. And, a lot of times I'll get a lot more criticism for every little thing. I could say something, a man could say it, but they'll be mad that I said something. So I want to ask you about what that has been like for you. Because there's advantages too, but there's also obstacles.
So the biggest thing is people want to question if you actually play.
Yeah.
So everyone is always like, oh, it's definitely a premix. There's no way you can dance and play. But they don't say that to males. But as a girl, even though you know your music, you know how long the music is, you know what you want to mix, which are all things that happen when we practice.
Right.
No one just goes and wings it. So the biggest thing is definitely that people want you to continuously prove yourself.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
All right, Uncle Waffles is here joining me and Jordy Jor. And when we come back, we have more with her. It's Way Up.
Yeah. Let's go.
Turn me up. Here we go again.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. And of course, Jordan Emmanuel is here. And we have Uncle Waffles in the building. Now, being that you have so much happening, I know that you have more things in the works.
There's no album in the works this year, but there's a lot more singles.
Okay.
And a lot more visuals because visuals, getting to a place where I want to release visuals that match how I feel I want to be seen. Because I feel like right now they see me as an act who can fill up a space, but they don't see me as a headliner.
Okay.
And this year I'm trying to show people that piano artists can be headliners. So I'm trying to create visuals that really show that we can sell a show.
No, honestly, you left such an impression.
Thank you.
When I was at the Roots picnic, I was like, okay, I need to make sure I know what's going on. I came to work. I was like, yo, this chick, Uncle Waffles, was in there DJing. First of all, you hear Uncle Waffles, you think like,
a guy.
Yeah. Who's this old man that's about to come in and DJ? Who's Uncle?
Like a country DJ.
Yeah, all the time. It was like, Mr. Uncle Waffles?
Right.
To my manager. And he's like, no.
Yeah. This is Uncle Waffles right here. But that's dope.
Yeah, it is.
It's super creative. And I remember Drake posted you.
Yes.
And that was a big deal for you at that time.
It really was. That was like 2 months into my blow up. So having someone recognize me that early on was amazing.
Yeah.
Before Drake, there was actually quite a number of people. There was Jermaine Dupri. There was a lot of people who were like, oh, you're great, and we see something in you.
Uncle Waffles is here joining us today, straight from South Africa. And Waffles, that came from a nickname you had when you were young also?
Yes. It came from high school. My friends used to call me Waffles because of Teen Titans. It just comes from the song Waffles, Waffles, Waffles. And now here I am.
Well, listen, it's a unique
But where'd
name.
the uncle come from?
So when I started playing, I didn't call myself Uncle Waffles. I called myself Waffles. And then my beautiful manager over there decided to put Uncle Waffles on every poster instead.
So how did your mom feel seeing all this?
She didn't get it at first. Like when everything happened, she would ask me when we go to other countries, okay, so using your own money to go to other countries to go play, why would you do that? And I'd be like, no, they booked me.
Flying yourself out.
Going on vacation, playing music.
I was like, they booked me. She was like, oh, that means that they're paying you to go there. I'm like, yes. They're like, oh. And then she started understanding, and now she knows that, oh, where are you right now? Oh, okay, please bring me this, please bring me that.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm going to get some of these perks too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Yeah, she should.
Now, the single that you put out most recently, I don't want to say it wrong.
Wadibusa.
Wadibusa.
Yes.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure. Now, what does that mean?
Wadibusa is just vibing and dancing.
Okay.
Yes.
I got to make sure I learn the lingo so I
Right.
could just throw it around sometimes.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Well, honestly, I appreciate you for coming through. I know you don't always do a ton of interviews, but we've been trying to schedule this. It's been all kinds of scheduling conflicts because you're very booked and busy. I respect it.
Thank you. But thank you so much for being patient and having me.
And what do you have coming up that you want to make sure we know about?
Okay, so I have a headline show. I'm doing the Brooklyn Mirage.
Ooh!
Yes.
Brooklyn, that's where I'm from. Let's come outside. When is that?
On the 18th of August. And I'm the first woman to do it, first African female to do it.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a really big deal.
That is a huge deal. We got to make sure we go out and support.
It's going to be amazing. I'm hoping that this is a chance for me to show what I can really do in full.
Brooklyn, we are outside for Uncle Waffles. We love to see it. Thank you so much for coming through. And every time you're here, come see us.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
You can watch the full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up With Ye. And when we come back, you guys have the last word. And maybe Shaq has the last word too, because we do have a little bit of his diss song, his rap song towards Shannon Sharp. It's Way Up.
Pick up the phone. Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard. What the word is. Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Oh my God, it's Friday. And Jordy Jor hosted all week. Jordy
It's Jordy Jor.
Yeah, she was here all week. We are proud of you.
But she lives in New York, so she's going to be coming back.
I feel like she's coming back.
And she'll be DJing tonight.
I feel like she wants to be here. She
I
invited
do.
me.
I love being here.
Mm-hmm. It's Mother's Day weekend, too, so shout out to all the moms.
Right.
Happy Mother's Day.
Out there. I'm doing something with MNY Flowers. They have the most amazing flowers. You see these Way Up With Ye flowers that's in the studio.
So, I need a couple sets.
I got you.
Lord.
No, like
Buy a
ASAP.
couple
Okay.
needs,
All right. You better get on it.
I'm going to call you when we get off the air.
Okay. But listen, so happy Mother's Day. Oh, by the way, we told you guys already that Shaq did a diss track against Shannon Sharp. Here's a little bit of it.
Oh no, Shannon Sharp, man, you're way beneath me. Your whole demeanor is faker than new rapper Beefy. You're soft, before you get fly, you rather tweet me.
A lot of drama.
All this beef. All right, but not all beef is bad beef. So you guys have a great weekend. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you have the last word.
When you pass the age of 40 and you gotta go to the bathroom and you in front of your door with your key in the lock, you just go to the bathroom. Just do the one yourself. Do the 1, 2, and 3. You can wash your clothes, change your clothes. I do the one myself. That's my secret.
What's up, E? What's up, New York City? I just want to shine a light on all the mothers, including especially my beautiful mother who raised 4 kids on her own, and it was not easy. Shout out to all the mothers. Way up.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.